If you want our full thoughts on the matter, check out our The Rookie Season 8 Episode 2 review. But for a recap, let's dive right in here. Lucy gets emotional about leaving her apartment, and she and Selena are all emotional when Miles comes in. They're shocked that he has so few belongings, but he says the cowboy life is like that. Selena talks Lucy into leaving her mattress and bed for Miles. Harper and Lopez return to their office entirely covered in dirt and filth after having been in the sewer for a mission, and Angela jokes about how she's rich and doesn't need any of this. Gray gives Bradford advice on being a watch commander. He's the interim watch commander now, and Gray says it's going to take some getting used to. Lucy and Bradford discuss setting boundaries so they can stay professional at work, given his position. Lucy tells Miles and Selena that she has a strict rule for compartmentalization that she'll follow. We'll see how long this lasts. And Miles asks for advice on how to deal with Nolan. At the debriefing for the morning, everyone cheers for Bradford until he yells at them. He announces all of the changes, and Bradford announces that the President of the U.S. is coming to L.A., and they have to deal with that. Schmitty's hilarious acts like he's throwing up, but it was by accident. Sure. Bradford gives Lucy the book on all the coordination they had developed, the Secret Service, for months, to deal with the motorcade for the President. It's a massive book, and Lucy already seems a bit overwhelmed, trying to hide it. After the seriousness gets out of the way, Bradford wants to know how the roll call went. They're so cute trying to juggle their relationship. Nolan gives Miles some advice about policing and talks to him about cultivating sea ice. Miles claims his top one is a sex worker, which Nolan shoots down, and every other suggestion Miles mentions, Nolan shoots down. It's clearly getting under Miles' skin since he used to do all of this back in Texas. Lopez and Harper talk about starting a business together when Bradford brings them into the plan with the Secret Service, including the younger one, Kevin Clevin, which is hilarious. The girls are annoyed that they were assigned to this task, which they didn't volunteer for, when they were already calling it a day. One of the door knocks Harper and Lopez has them seeing a lot of concerning things through the window, so they enter Jerry Hudson's home, and there are guns everywhere. The man seems to have severe OCD based on the placement of things, and having three of a lot of stuff. In a room, Harper lifts the bed to find a meticulous gun arsenal. A sniper rifle is missing, so now they have to be concerned that this man may be plotting something, potentially against the President or whoever else. Miles and Nolan catch up with Andy, Miles' CI prospect. Miles tries to make his pitch, and he is earnest but not pulling it off just yet. He tries to tell Andy that he can look out for him on minor offenses while Nolan takes a call. Lucy gets called to the scene with Bradford, too. The Secret Service ran down information about Jerry Hudson. Harper demands original documents about Hudson, and the Secret Service dude is being a prick and sexist, which Chen, Harper, and Lopez note. We eat ingrained misogyny for breakfast. Fast Andy is now texting Miles memes and wants favors. Goodness, it's not working out with Andy just yet. Clevin is riding with Selena, who is also into astronomy, and they are hitting it off nicely. Clevin claims he's Abe Lincoln reborn and talks about past lives. Yeah, okay. He's a weirdo. Even Selena is kinda weirded out. Jerry Hudson, the suspect, is in a hospital. He was in a car accident, but when Selena and Clevin arrive, Hudson knocks over a nurse and takes off. Bailey says she did a thorough pat-down, and he was clean. They're on a lockdown. Miles and Nolan find Hudson in the parking lot. He initiates a full-on shootout and then escapes in a tow truck. Nolan is worried because he's already totaled 5 shops. They're changing POTUS motorcade route because of all of this, but not canceling his visit. Lopez and Harper interview Jerry's ex, and her mother is there with her. She talks about how he became obsessed with the President. He said his boss was CIA and that if he got to the President, he could make the people who came after him stop. Hudson is volatile. She said he used to be nice, and he went down a rabbit hole. Gray checks in on Bradford. Selena and Miles have drinks and talk about their days. SSA asshole criticizes Lucy's latest plan with his condescension, and this guy sucks. He makes her redo everything. Bradford calls to check on her, but as they're talking, he walks in bringing her food. At their home, Bailey talks to Nolan about why they need chickens. But then they watch the news, and Andy is on it, claiming he has immunity and telling them to call Miles as he holds up a dispensary. Bradford chews out Miles in the locker room the next day, and Bradford chews out Nolan, too. Lopez runs down her business plan with Wesley, and he kills it. Gray returns as watch commander for the day, which makes Bradford feel it's a reflection on his performance. Gray assures him that it isn't. SSA asshole runs down their plan and tries to undermine Lucy by claiming that Bradford will run lead, but Bradford tells him that Lucy will still handle it. They have a hellish day of shutting down traffic to accommodate all of this. Harper and Lopez pour through Hudson's stuff, and he has issues with Phoebe. They think he could be going after his ex. They finally call her and tell her to hide and barricade herself. Hudson is at the warehouse, and he starts shooting everywhere. She gets everyone to run and hide, and she throws Hudson off by throwing her shoe on the stairs to distract him. Miles, Nolan, Angela, and Nyla are all in the warehouse searching for Hudson. They haven't found Margaret, though they find other employees. And Hudson gets into a gunfight with Lopez and Angela. Of course, it's Nolan who gets the shot and takes him down when he's about to kill Margaret. God forbid they let Angela or Nyla do it, especially on an episode where they talk about misogyny. Gray gives Bradford advice on improving his social networking to get the brass off his back. Nolan talks to Bradford about him overstepping with Miles. Bradford concedes. Lopez and Wesley flirt and have role play on the agenda. Ford spent their first night together. We're not a content farm, just people who love TV. A little support goes a long way. Drop a comment, give it a share, or even consider turning off that ad blocker. It helps more than you know.